Holiday spending tips, smart holiday gift planning, and avoiding overspending. That's what we're breaking down today. For medical professionals, the holidays can create real financial stress, especially when you're juggling long shifts and last minute decisions. I'm going to show you how to organize your holiday spend, reduce your holiday expenses, and avoid common holiday spending mistakes, and build a stress free holiday spending plan that actually works. And when you stay with me till the end, I've got a special offer to help you take your money even further. So today we're going to be talking about how to organize your holiday spending before you spend it. You may already be in full holiday shopping mode, but take out a few minutes for yourself right now. And my goal is to help you get ahead of the financial stress that can come with the holidays. So what I'd like for you to do is take out a piece of paper or your phone, and you're going to write down any ideas that you get from this episode. That's already going to put you ahead of where you were before you started watching. So we'll take that as a win. You've probably heard Einstein's definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Is that what your holiday spending looks like every year? Well, I don't think any of us really enjoy the last minute shopping. I had a neighbor that did everything on Christmas Eve. So he was proud of that, but heaven forbid if you were anywhere near him on Christmas Eve because it was a major panic. He couldn't find what he was looking for. Things were sold out, and he was just trying to shop for his son and for the grandkids. So in the end, I'd give him a pretty flat C, and it wouldn't have taken much to have removed the panic and do a good job. So set your realistic expectations now. Okay, so I want you to play along with me. I've got a surprise for you as you're watching this. The surprise is this Saturday is Christmas. What are you going to do and how are you going to manage that? That's right, this Saturday. What you actually have to work with is what's in your bank account right now, what you have at home, your skills, and your good looks. That's it. So even if you won the lottery this week, you wouldn't have the money in time to pull off Christmas on Saturday. So what we're going to talk about today is how do you get your arms around the holiday, the gifts, the spend, etc. So you've blocked out some time today to think about this. You've actually got some time on the calendar before Christmas, but today let's look at it as if we didn't. Don't assume you're going to have any more money to spend prior to the holiday than you do right now, and I promise that you're going to come out ahead. So the goal is not only to survive the holidays, manage the shopping and the bill stress, but to actually have some fun. So number 2, the importance of organizing spending. Okay, so what are the benefits of organizing your holiday spending ahead of time? Well, we want to reduce any financial stress that comes with the holidays, the overspending, and especially after the holidays. Reduce the time that we're spending running around looking for stuff. So being able to shop online has reduced a ton of the headaches of driving around looking for stuff. So take advantage of that where you can. Give yourself time so that it gets here in time. And really, most importantly, enjoy the special moments of the holidays. I mean, enjoy them without worrying about the shopping, without the spending, all of that. Just enjoy them. Okay, so when we talk about creating a holiday spending budget, I want you to put some thought into this. While you may start with a dollar number, you may need to break it down as to what the money is for. Is it to cover all the gifts? Is it covering the food, the decorations, any holiday travel? This is really where you start. If we don't do this now, that's when things can get off track very quickly. So let me give you an example. Your initial thought is maybe you've got somewhere between $500 and $1,000 to cover the holiday. So when you start writing down what you need to cover, you want to buy gifts for your partner, your kids. How much is that? Now, who else are you expecting to buy gifts for? And put a number to that, maybe even an idea of what the gift is. So what's your total now? Okay, coming out of this pot of money, do you need to pay for food? Is there meals that you need to cover? It may not be a lot, but it's still coming out of this pot. Are you traveling over the holiday? Is it by car? Is it by plane? Add that in there, okay? Was that planned for in your budget? So you can see where things can get off track pretty quickly. And what's important is to have an idea now what the budget is. We don't like the word budget, but think of it like a bowling alley. What we're trying to do is keep the ball in the lane, keep us from throwing gutter balls. Gutter balls is that you end up spending twice what your budget was, 3 times what your budget was. So we want to set, here's what I want to spend, here's the things that go into that bucket, and try and keep it in the lane, okay? So think about it this way. If we've got money that's carrying over, if we end up with that credit card debt going into next year, we're starting off the year with a, call it 20% or more interest rate. So if you spent $1,000, you didn't pay it all back next year. Let's say it carried for a year. Now that $1,000 spend is $1,200 and it keeps on compounding. Okay. So now that you have your list, how much over budget is it? Okay. I can't see your list. So how much over budget is it compared to what you really want to spend? So that's the beauty of looking at it today. You've got time to adjust and get creative. Okay, so now that you have your holiday spending budget, how are you going to keep track of it? Here we show spreadsheets, we show notebooks, we show apps and software, and the envelope method. We're going to go into a little bit more detail on how to track your holiday expenses. If you're an app person, do a search and find an app where you can track your holiday spending. Keep in mind that it doesn't really help if all it does is totals your spend. That's going to freak you out, and you didn't start with that step of creating what money you actually had to spend and your list to buy for and holiday spend. The envelope budgeting system. This is a personal favorite of mine. My grandmother was a farmer's wife. She managed household expenses using the envelope method. One envelope for each expense. So we had an envelope for food, envelope for electric, envelope for car, etc. This is how she budgeted forever. If there was no money in the envelope, it didn't get paid that round. So this can work for our holiday spending too. What if you had one big envelope, like one of those big yellow envelopes, and you had your list on the outside of it? You can even write that in secret code if you're afraid of somebody finding the envelope. But inside of that big envelope, you had an envelope for each of the people that you're shopping for. And maybe you've written on there, here's the items that you're looking for them. Okay. So you can write the ideas, you can write the cost. Then if you've made a purchase, you can put that receipt actually in that envelope. Now you've got one place for everything. The visual and something that you're touching helps keep you from gutter balls versus that invisible handing them the credit card. So let's talk about saving money. First, what if you didn't really have to spend anything on a gift except your time and effort? We've got several things listed here like homemade gifts, thrift stores, dollar stores, eBay, some hard to find things, promo codes and coupons, shopping during sales events, which now seems like the entire season. So I'm a big fan of baking for people that have had an impact on my life during the year. And I even ship it cross country, but I do it in time that it isn't crazy expensive. You've got to love those fixed rate boxes from the post office. No matter if I'm sending it to California or Illinois, whatever the weight is, it doesn't matter. It's a fixed rate box. So think about this. What gifts did you receive last year, 3 years ago, 5 years ago that made a difference to you? Think about that and get some ideas. For some people on your list, the most valuable thing that you could give them is your time. Okay. Maybe it's setting time out for lunch or coffee with them. Maybe it's a special date night with your partner that you've said, this is a gift, very special. Don't underestimate what you see as a free gift of your time could be the best gift that you could give somebody. So I've got a friend who's a medical professional, and she felt like the best gift that she could give her mother, who's aging, who also has everything, is time with her family on a quarterly basis, right? While her daughter's still at home. So because they don't live close, this typically involves an overnight stay, but it also means that they're planning an event. They're planning something fun, and they're doing that 4 times a year. So I thought that was really a great idea. Her mother has loved it, and it's the best gift that she could have given them. And it's really just about time and spending time with family. So just a note on getting the best deals. Okay, we're all on our phones all the time. So if you're searching for something, check it out on your phone or your laptop in the search bar. Don't automatically assume where you're getting it from, right? You may say, I'm going to buy this from Best Buy. I'm going to buy this from Amazon. Don't assume that. Just type in the item, okay? When that pops up now, technology is showing us that there may be multiple options of where to buy it and different prices. You may find a different price on it than you thought you were going to pay just based on it coming up online. Now, what I would say is pay close attention to the shipping, because in some cases, the shipping may eat up all of the savings compared to another option, okay? So one trick that I've learned is go ahead and put the item in your cart online and leave it there. So leave it there for a few hours, even overnight, and you might be surprised. Often they're going to send you some sort of discount or some sort of incentive for you to go ahead and purchase that. Okay. I've managed to get 20, 25, even 30% off of something by doing this. Okay. So remember, they want you to buy, and they're often going to incentivize you to buy it as soon as possible. They know they've got competition, and they want to keep your eyes in your cart with them. Okay. So tips for reducing holiday stress. My number one tip for reducing holiday stress is plan now to avoid the last minute shopping. So set realistic expectations. No one is expecting you to go broke buying presents. And if they are, that's a whole nother thing, isn't it? I think that's a special episode, and it's not so much in the financial world. So set your realistic expectations now. Teach your kids and your grandkids and any other kids that you can find mindful spending and gratitude. What you teach them now is going to go on with them for the future. So most importantly, prioritize looking after yourself. I'm going to say that again. Most importantly, prioritize looking after yourself. Give yourself breaks, right? Time for yourself. This could be a cup of coffee. This could be time to read a book, go for a walk, something that brings you joy, even if it's for 10 or 15 minutes, as you get stressed out with all this, you want a diversion. Okay. So something that makes you feel good, take a pause out for yourself. This is really important to manage your stress over the holidays. So number 7, which is the most important, is taking time to enjoy the season. If we've got, this angle of Christmas with the holiday shopping and spending under control, we're freeing ourselves up to enjoy those special moments and the holiday magic. So we all have different thoughts on what that may be. You work really hard during the year and you deserve a break over the holidays. Block out time to do what you want to do. If it involves other people, let them know ahead of time and pick a date. So for me, those special breaks during December of things that I never get around to having time for during the year are super special. And those are the things that I remember the most. So you can see here on the screen, we got people that are skiing. We've got a woman with a fireplace reading a book or something. And we've got somebody reading stories to the kids. So what is important to you during the holidays? What are those holiday memories and those special moments? And let's just make sure that we can enjoy those without having our shopping and our spending interfering with it. Now, one thing that I get a lot of during the holidays with my clients is a desire for things to be set up better for next year in regards to their money. If that's you, or there's someone on your list that could find this helpful, I've created a guide, a financial vision planner, to help you get your head around your money, organize your thoughts, and get it moving in the direction that you want without needing to talk to an advisor unless you actually want to. This can all be done on your own in 5-minute chunks. You could have your own plan by Christmas or New Year's and be ahead of the game and on track for the new year. So if you're a medical professional and you feel like your money is a mess or confusing and it's keeping you up at night, or you're putting money into a 401k and retirement plan, but have no idea whether you're going to be able to retire on it, or you're afraid you're going to run out of money later in life when you aren't working, or you hate thinking about it, but you know the problem may be getting bigger, like avoiding going to the doctor when you know you actually need to go, you can change this today. For less than the cost of a nice dinner out, click here to get your financial vision planner and get clarity and calm around your money today. See you soon.